Philomena. It's good to see you. Yay, I have one person watching. Thank you. I'm sure we'll get a few more. Hi, Elaine. Great to see you. Thank you for joining in today. Hi, Lynn. Thank you for joining in. Great to see you. I think I just put something in the mail for you today. I did. So watch for a card from me. Hi, Janine. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Oh, it's great to be here, you guys. Today is a big day. It's the 2019-2020 catalog launch in Stampin' Up! And I hope that if you have a Stampin' Up! Catalog, which is called Creativity is Calling, be sure to grab it because that is going to be our focus today. You can page through at the same time that I do. I hope to do a lot of interaction on this Facebook Live where I'm actually reading comments, not stamping today. We're just going over the catalog, so it's great. Hi, Sharon. Thanks for joining me. Good to see you. Thank you. So anyway, you guys, grab your catalogs because we're going to get started. I have but one card that I'm going to share with you. One of my downline members sent a card to me and I got it in the mail last week, and this is my first opportunity, I guess, to show it. Or maybe I had one other opportunity. I don't even know what day it is. No, I have not had an opportunity to show this yet, so I am not losing my mind. For a second I thought I was. But anyway, we are going to have a fun time. I'm going to try to keep this video at about an hour, so we will have to skip over some things a little bit faster. Stampin' Up! Changed a lot about the catalog, and I think it would be really helpful to you to notice some of those changes and understand maybe why they were changed. And I'll cover some of that with you. And I think we can go ahead and get started. We've got a few watchers here. Hi, Terry. Good to see you. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I am going to do some giveaways. One thing I'm doing this evening, I don't like to work evenings, but I'm going to work tonight because I was so busy throughout the day with the new catalog and getting the product shares ordered and placing orders for my customers. And monitoring other orders that were coming in and answering questions. It's been a fun, busy day. But what I'm going to do tonight is work on my paper perks. So for those of you who are my customers, you know that when you place a $25 plus order that uses a host code, I send you a paper perk, which is a current catalog designer series paper cut to 4 by 5 1/4. So you can use it right on a card front. And throughout the year, as you place orders with me, it's a great way to build up a stash of designer series paper. I hope that's what I've been calling it. But yes, it's designer series paper current from the catalog. And so, hi, Andrea. Hi, Linda. Good to have you here. Hi, Christine. Good to see you. So that's what I'm working on tonight is getting some paper ready for all the people that placed orders today using a host code. And then also, I need those labels ready for when I start doing the paper shares. After they come in, I cut all the paper, put them in their individual cello sleeves, and then label them so that you can easily order them in the future. And you have a nice little place to put scraps too, so that's kind of fun. So let's go ahead. I'm going to flip the camera down and I'll show you Tammy's card that she mailed to me. And she got a cute idea for using washi tape on this card. So just a second. All right, I may have to adjust this camera once I get the catalog in the picture because I'm not sure exactly how well it's all going to show up. But this is the card that Tammy sent to me. Tammy Nelson is one of my downline members, and she sent me a congratulations card for earning the Maui trip. So that was just really fun, really nice of her. She, of course, wrote a whole bunch on the inside, which I won't share, but always heartfelt. I can always count on that from Tammy. She's just such a cheerleader. And I really, really appreciate it. I think we all need cheerleaders in our lives. And so I'm so grateful to Tammy that she is one of mine. And of course, I am one of hers. And what she did to use the washi tape is she actually used her washi tape on the back of her envelope, just a strip of it. And I thought that was a very clever idea. It seemed to go through the mail just fine. In fact, I think she shared this with me quite a while ago. So I've been doing that occasionally too, when I remember, which is not all the time. But I try to remember to put a coordinating washi tape on the outside of the envelope. I think it just adds a little something because we don't always remember to stamp on the envelope. And so just that little bit of washi tape, I think adds a more personal touch to your envelope. So very fun. All right, so thank you, Tammy, for mailing that to me. Now I'm going to bring the catalog into the picture and we're going to start. So let me just give this a second for my iPad to catch up to make sure that I have everything pretty much in the picture. You know what, I'm gonna zoom out. I think I'm gonna take this away and then I'm going to zoom out so that you can see the full catalog when I have it open. So the first thing you might notice about the catalog is the absolute gorgeous samples on the cover. In fact, I was so very inspired by the samples in this kind of sailboat and lighthouse set that I cased, well, semi-cased. I took ideas from this card and then also pretty much cased exactly this card, and that is going to be my Facebook Live cards for later this week. I think I'll be doing those on Thursday at 10 a.m. Central. So if you'd like to see me recreate this one almost exactly, I will be doing that. And I can't remember now what the other card looks like, but I know I was inspired by this one here. So that's what I'll be showing on my Facebook Live this week. And then you might notice we have this Magnolia set down here, and there's just beautiful, beautiful samples with that all through the catalog. And then you can also see these big magnolia flowers that they've created. And of course, I was a little confused because just first looking at it, I couldn't figure out what they used to make these big outer flowers, but I'll share with you how they did that in just a few minutes here. So we'll go ahead and open it up. The first thing that we see in this particular catalog is that they are showcasing the in colors on the introduction page. And so I love seeing that because sometimes when we get in colors, they don't always coordinate that well with each other's, but I think the new in colors really coordinate well this time. Another thing you'll notice is that in the table of contents, they are listing all of the product suites because we love everything that coordinates together. And so this particular catalog is really featuring product suites. And so they have divided it into several types of occasions. They've got everyday occasions, and there's 5 different product suites in the everyday occasions. There's 2 product suites in love, thanks, and support, 1 for kids and babies, 4 for artistic expression, and then, of course, they list where you can find accessories and papers and things like that. The other thing that I noticed about this page is that they have this area with bundles, so you get this little sticker with 10% off. Whenever you see that going through the catalog, you know that that's something you can purchase for this catalog period only, where you're going to save 10% when you get the stamp set and the dies bundled together, or the stamp set and the punch bundled together. And then also pay attention to this little N. This bright red N means that it's new to the catalog. So I love that. All right, I see some of you are sharing already. Thank you, Elizabeth. I really appreciate it. And Karen has already shared. And again, as I mentioned, when you share, I will go through and pick a winner on, today is Tuesday, so I'll pick a winner on Thursday, and I'll send out some paper perks to you. So you'll get a chance, if you're not a regular customer, you'll get a chance to see what I do for paper perks. They also have a picture of the storage by Stampin' up here, but again, just for those of you that are wondering and maybe tried to order it and couldn't get it, it is on back order, and it won't be available until July. I think July is when they're going to bring that back in. All right, so I think that's everything I want to share on this page. Of course, this page is great if you have friends that don't know a lot about stamping and just need to know about the different types of stamps. So we talk about, you know, how you can use the, the photopolymer stamps, or you use the cling stamps, and then they talk a little bit about two-step stamping, repeated stamping, and then, of course, you can see through for accurate alignment with the photopolymer. So some really good training here for people that are very new to Stampin' Up. And then this is also awesome because if you want to see all the colors at once, every single color that Stampin' Up offers, this is the page to go because it has all the colors listed and you can just find different ones really fast by looking at this page, just as an FYI. And then let's continue turning. One thing, this catalog was set up for the avid crafter. So there are not a lot of simple projects in this catalog. And the reason is because I think this might be the reason, it's so easy to take away a layer or to not die cut, just put instead of die cutting your words, just stamp your words on a piece of paper and layer it on. You can always take away, but sometimes I think it's really hard to visualize how to, create a really fancy card. And so Stampin' Up! Figured you could always take a couple things away, but let's give you ideas for doing fancy. And so these are all really fancy, highly layered, highly decorated cards. So these are perfect for people like you and me that absolutely are crazy about stamping. And truly, we get tons of ideas from this. Then the cool thing that I'm so excited about that Stampin' Up! Did for us, and this is something that us demonstrators have been requesting for a long time, is they provided a bundle index for us. It was always so frustrating to try to find the bundles that would be retiring in any of our previous catalogs because they were scattered all throughout the catalog and we just didn't have a really quick way of finding which ones were 10% off. Because once the end of the catalog period comes, you want to be sure you get the bundles that you really want while they're still discounted. And so this bundle index helps you do just that. And so you can highlight the bundles that you have, and then maybe you could put a little star by the ones that you want to get so that you have them all before this catalog ends. Or, I mean, all the ones that you want, of course. And so I really love that. Another thing that they did with these particular pages that I'm sure my customers will be thrilled to know is that every single bundle, whether it's with a punch and a stamp set or a stamp set and dies, has a nice sized sample associated with it. So here you have the Cuckoo for You bundle, and it's got a super cute image here, a super cute sample that you could copy. And then if you go to page 29, because that's where the bundle is featured in the catalog, you see an entirely different sample. So you actually get more samples by having this index in the front because it gives you some different options for that same stamp set. So I super love that about this new catalog. So, yes, so look at these. We have so many amazing dies this time. There's a cute little truck that we can, I'm sure we can turn this into just adorable table decorations and table favors. And that's the Ride With Me bundle. And then I just ordered today, it starts with Art bundle because I wanted to coordinate with the Crafting Forever stamp set that I already have. In fact, I just featured it in one of my recent Facebook Lives. And there's a whole product suite built around this, so I'm excited to get that. And then, of course, I have the Good Morning Magnolia bundle, so I'm very excited about that. And today, I ordered a companion stamp set that's not featured in our annual catalog. It's featured in a beginning stamper catalog. So once that comes in and I do a Facebook Live with this bundle, I will show you that more beginner stamp set that coordinates with it. And so I'm really excited about that. So that's a little bit more. Another thing that really might pop out to you in this section is we've got another daisy punch. Of course, I had a couple of customers already get that because they are so excited to coordinate with that, with the existing daisy punch that we currently have. And then it just gives us more options. So very exciting. So I'll just go through here. We'll kind of continue on because there's so much to talk about. This is one of my favorites. It's called the Tasteful Textures bundle, and I think it goes really well with the Silhouette Scenes bundle. So I got both of those today when I placed, well, what I did is when I placed my share orders, because I have a lot of shares that I'll be getting ready, what I did is for my share orders with the hostess credit, I got some things just for me so I can use for future Facebook Lives. So I'm really excited about creating with these two bundles. I already have this one, To a Wild Rose bundle, but I haven't actually made anything with it yet, so that's something that's on my to-do list. And of course, the Sailing Home bundle. Oh, that has also been extremely popular today. People are not just getting the whole bundle, but they are also getting some items out of the suite, such as the Designer Series paper and the Memories and More cards. So, again, I'll be sharing that on Thursday when I do my Facebook Live, the cards that I made with that. So here's the first suite that we have. And one thing that's new to this catalog that you may or may not know about is that there's one number up here. And that one number has a pretty high price tag associated with it. And the reason is when you get this bundle, you're getting the whole suite. So this number, this Cling Woven Threads product suite is available to you with the click of a button. You put that number in, and for $72, you get everything listed here. So you get the bundle price on your stamp set and your coordinating heirloom frame dies and 3D embossing folders. You get the designer paper, you get the sequin assortment, and you get this woven threads trim. So that's new this year, so that if you really love a product suite, you can just order everything, which I think is great. I mean, that is so awesome. Oh, good. We've got some more people joining us. Hi, Linda. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Rosemary. Oh, Janine is telling me it's a little blurry. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because my camera screen is a little bit dirty. Now that I think about it, I didn't wipe that off right before I went live. So let me go ahead and just grab I have a little towelette that I use to clean it, so I'll be right back. So give me a second. I got to look and see where the lens is. So I'll just clean this real quick. There we go. Hopefully that will make it less blurry. I'm kind of thinking I had some fingerprints on there or something. Hi, Paula. Great to have you here. Oh, yes, we've got some people saying things are definitely going on the list for them. Wonderful. All right, so we're going to continue on here. Stampin' Up! Is also, as I mentioned, doing a lot of fun things, very artistic. And what they're doing here is they're showing you how you can use this ribbon unraveled. So the ribbon, let me bring it up to the camera so you can really see this. Hold on. I'll bring it up sideways. Notice how this ribbon has two sections to it, and then there's kind of a little section in the middle. That's like where the tassel is. So you can use it like this, where it's all kind of bound together. Or, as Stampin' Up! Is showing, where is it? I'll get it. Hold on. I think it's the other side. Sorry about that. They unraveled it a little bit. So they sort of loosen up the threads so that you can see that it's sort of like this little, I don't know what you would call that. Like a little rug treatment, I guess. Because look at that. Well, duh. There they've got these little rugs. I don't know what you call those. Guys, do you know what these are called? These little things on rugs? I obviously don't do much with rugs because I should know that, but I don't. So they even have a card that kind of features that right here. I know these are like little throw rugs that you can put out. I have some that my grandma made, and they all have this like little thing right here, and I don't know what that's called. So anyway, we have a ribbon that kind of echoes that. All right, let's see. Oh, tassels. Thank you, Elaine. Elaine's so smart. Yes, thank you, Elaine. These are tassels. Thank you. I should know that, but I didn't. One thing I love about this product suite is the beautiful frames. So this is not only going to look good on your card fronts, but I think it will make absolutely gorgeous frames for scrapbooking. So for those of you that really love to scrapbook, this is going to be the product suite for you, or at least a bundle that you'll enjoy having, because these heirloom frame dies and 3D embossing folders come as a set. So I'm really excited about that. So you get 2 dies. So that cuts out your rectangular shape or your big oval shape. And then you also get the embossing folders that will put those gorgeous embossed borders on that frame. So really excited. Like I said, I just ordered that today and I can't wait to get it because that is one of the first things I'm going to be using once that order comes in. The paper, of course, is gorgeous. Another thing Stampin' Up! Did differently with this catalog that they've never done before is all of their paper is much, much bigger, so you can really see what's in the paper pack. In the past, we couldn't do that very well. I'm going to try moving my lights a little bit. Maybe that'll make it easier to see. All right, so in the past, we had to just, practically grab our magnifying glasses in order to see what the paper looked like. But with this new catalog, we get a really good idea of what the paper looks like. In addition, the product suites now are on 1, 2, 3 pages, which is fantastic because that allows us even more opportunities to see all these gorgeous samples. So I'm really excited about that too. And here is a stamp set that I highlighted because it's one that I really have on my wish list. I didn't get it yet today, but it is on my wish list because I think it's so cute. One of the things that I love is I can't begin to count all the times we've laughed together, mostly because numbers are hard. And then it says, "Thank you for being my friend." I have several girlfriends that I could send that to that would just giggle right along with me. And I also like the fonts here. I think the fonts are really pretty. And they have a lot of innies and outies. So you've got your outside phrases that you put on the outside of the card, and then one that coordinates with it for the inside of the card. For example, "Words cannot express the deep sorrow felt on your behalf." So that would be great for a sympathy card on the outside. And then on the inside, it could say, "May your heart find the peace it needs." So just absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous sentiments. I absolutely love it. So anyway, this is on my wish list. And then, of course, Stampin' Up! Also is giving us lots of ideas for how to use different stamp sets throughout the catalog. For example, for this one, they're encouraging you to dress up your sentiment stamps with designer series paper. So they're showing us how we can take various patterns of designer series paper, put them on a card, and use them for, it just makes such beautiful backgrounds when you have the sentiment in front and then all the backgrounds in the back. So this is really pretty. I was inspired by this because I thought it looked like birch bark. So although I like the designer series paper, I was thinking I would take the same idea, and there's a new background stamp called Birch, I think. And I did order that today because I thought, oh, I'd love to kind of recreate this card or a card similar to it and use that birch background. I think that would be really fun. All right, so we'll turn the page and see what we've got next. And here again is another hint for how to use things. So be sure when you're going through the catalog that you read all these little segments because they are so good. This one says, "Use the doily wishes dies to create an intricate, elegant background." And when I first looked at this, I thought, well, how in the world? Because I looked at the doily dies, and they do tell you the page numbers too, so it's quick reference. So here it says 192. So we'll quickly go to 192, and here they are, the doily wishes dies. And I was looking at them, and I'm going to show them to you up close. Of course, some of you have your catalog, so you'll be able to see. But I was looking at that, and I was thinking, well, how in the heck did they take something that looks like this and turn it into something that looks like that? Like, whoa, that's really amazing. And then I figured it out after I stared at it for another 3 minutes or so. They cut out 4 of the cupcake bases and then just put them so that the narrow end of the cupcake base faced each other, and they did it here, and then they did it here. Actually, here they took the narrow end and faced each other, and then on the bottom they took the wider end to face each other, and then they covered the center section, of course, with flowers and a sentiment, and then you've got this beautiful kind of trellis looking thing in the background, and it's made with the base of a cupcake die. I just thought that was so incredibly clever. I tell you, the artists at Stampin' Up! Really are amazing. This is kind of funny. So here we have Pop of Petals down here, and it was one of those bundles that was retiring. Do you know, I placed an order, I think it was just the very end of May, so that I could get this because I didn't have it yet. I didn't have the punch or the stamp set. And then all of a sudden I realized it was carrying over, and I was looking at this and thought that was so cute, the way they used the nature's twine to make this cute little, they just tied it on to this little guy here and made a couple of antennae for the butterfly. And I was like, oh, I could do that. And then I realized I didn't even have the stamp set. And I was like, what? How did I go a whole year without this stamp set? And I've seen some beautiful samples, so I'm excited to work with that too in the future. But I had to, I had to get the bundle price. So I just had ordered that the very end of May. Okay, so they have a new set of dies and a new set of words. So literally, if you have this set of dies and you have this word set, and I tell you what, I had customers who were all ready. As soon as they got the catalog, they were calling me up and telling me what they want. And one of the ladies from the East Coast, who's just a dear customer of mine, she ordered this. It was right away, boom, on her order, because she says she likes to have sentiments for every occasion you can possibly think of. And then she also got the dies that go with it, so that no matter what comes up, whether it's Christmas or New Year's or Valentine's, Thanksgiving or St. Patrick's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, anniversaries, birthdays, weddings, Hanukkah, it's all there, you guys. This is great for that. All right, so turning the page, I have a little flag by this because I couldn't get over how gorgeous this card was on the butterfly wishes. So that's another card I want to case. So that is coming up in your future. Hopefully I'll share with you how to recreate that card on a future Facebook Live. But I did get this set, and it is one of our distinctive stamp sets. So in other words, it has kind of a real life look to it. And you can tell that when you look at it. It looks almost like a photograph. So the butterflies, the monarch, and the cherry blossom branch just are gorgeous, look like real life photographs. So that's something I want to try. I was pleased to see that the pocket dies carried over. The pocket stamp set did not, but we have a new stamp set to use with it, and I think that's kind of fun. I'm glad they did that. All right, so moving on. I wanted to share also, I've noticed some samples using clouds in the background. So it's great to see that the embossing pastes have carried over because they have some really great ideas for using those stencils that you can use with embossing paste. You can also sponge through them, and there's a really nice cloud one and a brick wall one too, which is really cool. So love that. And then we'll carry on turning the page. And I wanted to mention, I had somebody mention to me that they were kind of surprised there wasn't too many wedding stamp sets in this catalog. And I was thinking, I think most of the time they do love, anniversary, and wedding type sets more in our occasions catalog, and they leave the annual catalog more generic so that we can use it all year long. Not that we don't have weddings all year long, but I think we have this kind of mindset that weddings happen in the spring, which of course they don't, but you know what I mean. It's sort of like we're making spring-like cards, and then we kind of think of weddings that we've got coming up, so we're making those too. But this has got a couple of really awesome wedding sentiments, and it's our special celebration stamp set. This has been in our catalog for a couple of times now, and it's got some really nice sentiments. So you've got, the side-by-side together stand, heart to heart, hand in hand, a very special dream comes true, beginning with the words I do. Then you've got congratulations for a special couple, for the bride, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue, wishing happiness to you. So there's some really good sentiments here, and then I think there's lots of ideas in the catalog where you can just switch out sentiments. Take a beautiful idea for a card and then switch out some sentiments. Like for example, this card down here, it says, "Thanks for being you." Thanks for being you, but you could easily switch that out to "Congratulations" and make this into a beautiful wedding card. So just wanted to share that. Here is the stamp set called Daisy Lane, and again, it has a bigger flower that goes with the existing daisy punch that we currently have, and then it has a medium-sized flower for a brand new medium-sized daisy stamp set. So really excited about that. Hello, Debbie. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Fran. It's good to see you guys here. Thanks for joining me today. So I'm going to flip the page and look at this. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I think the colors just draw us in for this. This is the Noble Peacock product suite. Again, if you want everything on this page, the paper, the dies, the embossing folder, the ribbon, there's foil paper, there's regular gorgeous specialty paper. You can put in one number, and for $92.75, get every single item pictured on this page here, or every single thing highlighted over here. So that's pretty cool. I did order this today as part of my hostess credit with my product share, so I'm excited to work with it. I thought this card here was just beautiful. I will hold it up. I'm sure you guys, if you're following along in your catalog, you can see this too. But I just love how they layered it with different colors of blue. They probably just sponged it or something, and it's gorgeous. It almost looks like it was maybe cut out from vanilla, and then it was that soft sea foam at the bottom, and then maybe kind of like a Bermuda Bay and maybe balmy blue or something. I mean, it's just gorgeous. I love it. So I want to kind of try to recreate that. I'm hoping I can. And then this is another one that I really, really loved. I thought it was just gorgeous. And then this one too. And I mean, look at that beautiful peacock feather. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. So I'm so excited to get these dies. So I hope they're really nice and easy for die cutting, and that we just get great images out of them, because I can really envision seeing a lot of use out of these. All right, so we're going to turn the page. Oh, and before I turn the page, I just want to let you know my product gift of the month for using a host code during June, if your order is $75 or more, or if you've put a bunch of orders in that add up to $75 over the month and use a code every time, you will get in July the Noble Peacock rhinestones. That's my gift with purchase for $75 plus orders that use a host code. So very excited to share that. Just did that, just put that information out today in my customer newsletter. All right, so we'll flip the page. And of course, we are looking at beautiful designer series paper over here. This is specialty paper, so it's kind of got, I think, kind of a shine or a shimmer to it. And then some beautiful foils that coordinate with it in blueberry bushel. Can you imagine blueberry bushel in a foil? Oh, be still my heart. I'm so excited about that. This is actually very similar to the color of my bridesmaid dresses, just so that you know. And then Old Olive and Pretty Peacock. So absolutely beautiful. I'm just thrilled with it. And then, of course, the stamp set. It's kind of one of those kind of you did it, congratulations, so proud of you type stamp sets, but I think we can use it for a lot of other things too. So I'm planning on pairing it up with other sentiments throughout the catalog. And then we have Parcels and Petals. So the unique thing about this stamp set that you may not notice right off the bat, because we tend to look at the stamps, and you guys, don't forget to look for these little 10% off bundles, because when you see that little 10% on a page, it means there's a bundle. And the bundle for this one is the Parcels Die Set. So really, really exciting. So we'll be able to make these cute little boxes that kind of go together, just sort of like a little takeout box, and we can decorate those and fill them with different things. And I think it's nice to have a die that makes a little parcel, which is why it's called Parcels and Petals. So pretty excited about that. All right, turning the page, Are you guys excited about the retirement set? I think this is long overdue. I feel like we've had retirement stamps that, you know, say happy retirement or congratulations on your retirement, etc. But it doesn't sort of really seem like we've had a stamp set dedicated to retirement. And so it's exciting to see that. And it's super cute too. It'll be a lot of fun to color with our Stampin' blends or our watercolor pencils. It says on to adventure. And so obviously this is where people get to focus on things besides work. So they get to focus on their passions. So we've got a person into photography, a golfer, it looks like a world traveler, someone who's maybe going back and dancing. I mean, I just love it. And so it says, happy retirement, congratulations on your next adventure. Cute, it says, ready for that hole-in-one. Just some super cute ideas for retirement cards. So I think that's a pretty good stamp set right there. And then this one, for those of you that are grandmas, I am sure as soon as you saw this stamp set, your heart lit up. Or if you're about to become a grandma for the first time, this is a pretty cool stamp set for that. And yes, Patricia's saying when lots of friends are retiring, this stamp set comes in as a great idea. And I truly agree with that. I mean, a lot of us stampers are kind of in that age group where we either are retired or we're thinking about retiring, or, you know, who knows, you may be some young whippersnappers out there and you've got parents that are retiring or things like that. So there's always options for using a retirement stamp set. All right, so we already looked at this because I kind of shared this, but I do want to share one more thing about this. There's a cute little interactive section on here. So there's, oh, I'll hold it up. I'm not much good at interactive cards, but I know some of you out there are really mechanically minded. So if you take a look at this, this is the lever that you will pull down, and that attaches to the little door so that the cuckoo bird can come out and do a little cuckoo. So you might be able to see that. There he is. So you just pull that down and then this little door will open up and then you have something that looks like that. Super cute. Very, very, I don't know. I mean, I remember growing up, lots of people had cuckoo clocks. So I do have fond memories of that, but I'm not sure it's the stamp set for me, just because I have good intentions of doing interactive cards, but I am just such a simple stamper that anytime I have to put too much work into a card, I don't want to do it. So that's me, but I know a lot of you really enjoy the more intricate cards. So here's your chance. Oh, yay, Lynn! Lynn, one of my wonderful customers from down south, just told me she retired on May 31st. Well, that's awesome, Lynn. Congratulations. Philomena loves the clock. I agree, it's pretty cute, but like I said, it's probably a little beyond my comfort zone. So I'm probably not going to get this. But like I said, I know there's some of you that will just go nuts over this and you'll love the little interaction, and you guys go for it. Okay, so moving on, I want to share another bundle that I purchased last minute before the catalog retired. So I got this the end of May. I finally got the Botanical Bliss bundle. And I think the thing that just put me over the edge was this card right here. I love to make fall cards, and I thought this was just so incredibly beautiful. So I want to try to recreate that card. And I also love this. I love this tag. I think it's pretty. I've seen a lot of beautiful cards out there in stamping land that uses this for summer and fall cards. And so I thought, you know what? It's coming up on summer. It's coming up on fall. I want to have this stamp set. So I went ahead and got it. For those of you that are noticing, in this catalog, they often have highlighted sections, and these are sections that tell you how to do something. So for example, these are actually tags. So you create a tag when you use the actual dies in this bundle. Well, then they show you how you can cut it out so that you will get more of a circle cutout instead of the tag look. And so it's always important to read all of these things because Stampin' Up! Puts a lot of thought into their catalogs. All right, so continuing on, I know that a lot of you love the little pigs and the little cows. And for those of us that grew up on farms, well, it's kind of a no-brainer. You just have to get it. But they also talk a lot about coloring tools in this catalog. And so some of the coloring tools that they recommend for coloring is, of course, Stampin' blends, our Stampin' Right markers, watercolor pencils, and of course you can use an aqua painter to smooth out your watercolor pencils. There's just all kinds of ideas. Here they've got watercolor pencils for this cute little Young at Heart stamp set. So I think it's good to just kind of, as you're going through the catalog, just notice these little boxed in sections and read through those. It might just give you some good ideas. All right, so we are turning the page, and I thought this was a pretty cute idea down here on the bottom of page 34. And that is Stampin' Up's using the scallop note cards. And again, they show you the page number really bright and bold so that you can find it. And then they also show how they use the white Stampin' Chalk marker, because sometimes that's something we don't always think about or remember to use. All right, my screen just froze up, so hopefully I am still live and everything is going okay. We'll just keep our fingers crossed that I'm still here. Okay, here's another stamp set that we've had around for a while, but it's wonderful for wedding cards. And the reason is because you've got your congratulations down here, and then you've got a wonderful inside sentiment. Marriage is a journey. Good thing you get to bring your best friend along. And then I think this would be a gorgeous, gorgeous wedding card, because you could substitute out this thank you sentiment and put congratulations and then do everything kind of like they show here. And of course, this is a super, super artsy card, so you could just eliminate a couple of layers if you don't want to do something that fancy. All right. Hi, Reba. She's joining us today. Thank you. All right, so we'll go ahead and keep, oh, one other thing I want to show you. Here is another bundle. See, it's almost, you almost don't notice it, but this bundle is pretty neat because it features some stamp sets that when you stamp them on like strips of paper, you can use the Delightful Day or the Delightful Tag Topper punch now to punch those out. So very cute ideas on this page. All right, so let's go along. We're going to enter the Magnolia Lane product suite, pages 36 and 37. So many ideas out there, so many things on Pinterest already. So I know a lot of you will have seen these. So great to, hold on, I'm just checking my computer here. Well, hopefully it's still showing up, you guys, because at the moment it's not. Okay, so anyway, we'll continue on. But again, this one's a little more expensive if you want to get everything, but look at how many things come in your suite. So for $134.75, you get 9 different products, including the bundle. So absolutely wonderful. And do you want to know what makes these really, really big flowers? So there is a die set that has 2 of these Magnolia Cutouts. Those are great, and we love those, except for the fact that when I was looking at it, I was thinking, you know what? This has got to be something different, because that is not the same size as what they're using on these dies. And it isn't. You know what they're using? They are using the balloon punch out. So you know the hot air balloon punch? That's what they're using to make these really, really big petals, which I think is pretty clever. All right, so here again, we've got the product suite. So it's a full 3 pages. And we've got the beautiful Magnolia Lane Designer Series paper, as you can see up here. Beautiful stamp set, and there's a coordinating stamp set for the beginner stamper in our beginner's catalog. Then, here's where I was telling you, I found this out because I read this little section right here. It says, create perfect magnolias with the Magnolia Memory dies, and then it gives you the page number, 194, and then it says to layer them with pieces cut out with the hot air balloon punch. Love that. And then they give you the page number, page 188, so that's where the hot air balloon punch will be. And that gives such a bigger impact to those flowers. So super fun. And then another thing that's really popular with this product suite are the coordinating memories and more cards. And so I love those too. So I'm sure I'll be showing all of that to you on future Facebook Lives. Here is a future Facebook Live. I recently created a demo meeting swap with this particular product suite called Garden Lane. And I love the Designer Series paper. I just love all of those greens. I think they are so pretty. And it has a beautiful stamp set with it. And I do think that this is actually quite nice for a wedding card. In fact, the swap that I created is actually a wedding card. All right, so here we go. We are moving right along. Janine is telling me that oh my goodness, yes, we are getting some weather here in Lino Lakes where I live. It's pretty stormy looking outside, so hopefully we won't lose power. So I'll just keep going along and hopefully that won't happen. Another thing I want to share with you about this catalog that you may not realize is if you ever come across a page where they have a section and it shows you all these different page numbers, that is because they are sharing with you some similar products. So for example, if you love All Stitched Up, you know, this particular look where you have stitching in a lot of your die cuts, well, look at this. They show on the pages where you can find more stitching. So you can find it on the stitched lace die, the stitched nested labels die, the stitched rectangles die, the stitched shape die, the stitched Be Mine dies, and the stitched labels dies. So they give it to you all in one place. So if you're crazy about stitching on your die cuts, this is a great reference tool for you to kind of check mark those off as you get them into your collections. All right, so we're going to turn the page again. Oh, and this is just something so fun. I keep thinking of things I need to add, but we have to keep going. Otherwise, this video might never end. There's just so much to look at. All right, so we've got some more pretty samples, beautiful samples on every single page. Here are the well-written dies, and this is something that was featured in the spring catalog that carried over into our annual catalog. So I was very happy to see that. Absolutely love this sample down here with the birthday wishes. So fantastic. And then we've got some new products. These are little mini shipping boxes that have the Stampin' Up! Label on. Super, super cute. If you don't want to use the logo of the Stampin' Up, you can always cover it up with a little stamped image of your own choice and just, you know, cover that up kind of like they did here. But really super cute for centerpieces on your table. I think that would just be adorable for some kind of a get-together. All right, turning the page, we've got quite a few masculine sets here on this page. So we have a new thing called Rustic Retreat, and I love it. It was Mary Paulson's $1 million, well, it might be her $2 million stamp set by this time. She's got a very realistic looking deer up here and a bear and a cabin. Of course, this really warms my heart because we have all this kind of thing going on in Minnesota. And of course, you know I love the Peaceable Place. I just recently did a Facebook Live on that. And I don't have the Heartland stamp set, but I really love it. I think it's cute. I love this picture of the little boy walking with the geese. Brings back memories of my own days growing up on the farm. We had geese like that as well. All right, so again, beautiful samples. We have the barn door that stayed in the catalog, and I recently did a Facebook Live featuring the accented blooms. This is one of Shelley's favorite stamp sets right here, the Modern Heart. Very nice stamp set, nice, clean, and simple. And this was also a $1 million Sales Achiever stamp set. And some just super cute samples to go along with it. And the Follow Your Art product suite. So as I mentioned, I'll be getting this finally. I got it today as some of my freebies from the product share orders that I placed. So thank you to all of you guys placing product shares because it allowed me to get some new things. One of which is this bundle, the stamp set and the arts and crafts dies that go with it. I mean, just look at these cards. You just can't hardly get enough of it. They just are so fun. And some fun washi tape. Just love it. And again, has that number so you can get everything in one swoop if you want to. big nice picture of the paper again. I love the roll of ribbon with the little heart. You guys know I love using ribbon, so this is really fun to see that. And I think we're going to flip through a little faster here. This is cute. These are some cute back to school cards right here. So I know the kids don't want to think about this. They just got out of school for summer break, but for those of us that need teacher gifts, this is a cute little stamp set to get some of those prepped before all at once it's August and the kids are going back to school. Here's a cute little mail delivery stamp set. I just thought, I don't have it yet, but this is probably something I'll get. I love this, delivering sunshine your way. I just think that's so cute. Or sending you birthday wishes from far away, or I don't know, it's just adorable. I love it. Delivering lots of positive thoughts. That's a really good one too. And they have such cute samples. And again, there's another technique here for how they did this little starburst background behind this trophy. Oh, I thought that was so clever. So I might have to think of a way to use that technique down the road. Love this whole card here. Everything about it. Just a beautiful way of presenting it with the ink pads here, the punch, the doily, and then just how it all goes together so beautifully. And of course we have another vibrant vases set now to match our varied vases to go with the punch. So that's exciting. I thought the gold foil was really a wow on this card. So you might want to take a look at that on the bottom of page 61. And then, of course, we've got, if you look closely at these samples, I think you will be tickled to see that on this one here, on the lower left, you will see they have all of these little flowers. Which one did they use again? I can't even figure it out. I think it was this one. It might be this one. They just stamped them all, and then they colored them all in rainbow order. So you've got your pinks, your yellows, your greens, your blues, and your purples. I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, such detail. When you really look close at these, it's quite amazing. All right, so we've got to kind of move along because it's starting to storm here, and I don't want to lose power. Here again, they're showing us some how-to on page 70, how to use, they've got the embossing paste here with that fabulous little stencil back here with the bricks. And another thing they do is, like, they'll show you kind of this technique right here, and then it's like they give you all the different things that you need to recreate it. So you've got your embossing paste, your page number, the price, the product number. Here you've got your pattern party decorative mass. Again, the page number where you can find it, or you can just grab the part number right here along with the price. So I love that. Here again, to create this whole card, you would need these three things for sure. So really cute how they do that. Here's a cute packaging idea. I always kind of look out for those. And my very favorite, well, I don't know, I have a lot of favorites, but this one, I ordered all the stuff in this suite. Pressed Petals Suite. I'm gonna love this. Love it, love it, love it. Because it has journals, and you guys all know I'm into fountain pens and I'm into journaling, so this is perfect for me. I also absolutely love this washi tape. And so you can peel individual petals of washi tape and create these gorgeous flowers. I love the paper. There's some wood grain paper here because I was a little worried, we lost our wood textures, but I see we still have some wood grain paper, so I'm super happy about that. And then I just loved every single one of these samples. I totally want to case everything on this product suite. I absolutely love it. I don't even know. I mean, it's just gorgeous. And then here it is. Of course, I had to get this. Just such gorgeous, gorgeous sentiments. Best wishes on your joyful day. And it says, here's to always finding joy in one another's laughter, warmth in one another's embrace, and love in one another's lives. I think that is such a beautiful wedding sentiment. And then there's a beautiful thank you sentiment. Thank you. Your kindness has touched my heart. There's a beautiful sympathy sentiment, sharing in your sorrow. Hope you can find strength for today and peace for tomorrow. So just beautiful. Love them. And of course, gorgeous, gorgeous paper. So anyway, I think you got the idea that I'm really crazy about the Pressed Petals Suite, and I just can't wait to get it into my hands. All right, and then here again is another section on techniques, and on this one, they're teaching us how to emboss on ribbon. I mean, like, who thinks of these things? Obviously, Stampin' Up! Does, and then they show us exactly how to do it. So be sure you read these boxes. Wherever there's a little bit of print, wherever you see page numbers, check those out because it's really good information as to better ways of using your stamps. All right, so we're going to carry on. Again, here's another how to create these pretty backgrounds on your card using new pigment sprinkles. Let's see. Here's another how-to section where they talk about using paper scraps. Love that. And oh, here's a whole section that you should be aware of. This is on page 80, and we talk about distinctive stamps here and what makes a stamp distinctive. And then if you love this look, you know, we all just love healing hugs. Well, if you love that kind of photographic look, here are all the different stamp sets in the catalog that have that look. So you can build up your collection of distinctive stamps by bookmarking this page and just checking them off as you get them. And of course, beautiful samples again. So I'm going to continue on. I thought this sample was really cool because they use the rectangular stitched dies to create kind of a color block look. So I want to try to recreate this card. I don't have this particular stamp set on my wish list, but I think I could do something with that background. I really like it. So I've got that bookmarked. And again, some ideas to reference how to do things. So here they're showing you how to use the mister on the laser cut specialty designer series paper that we have in the back of the book. And so again, it just kind of gives you a technique and how to do it. And then of course, all of the products used for that technique. You have your part number, your price, and the page number where you can find out more information. Just love that. And here again is another technique. You might look at this card and go, well, how in the world did they do that? And then it turns out they have the whole technique explained right here in the corner of the picture. So really important to look for those little things and check them out. All right, here's that punch, the Above the Clouds punch. It's actually called Hot Air Balloon Punch, I think. What is it called? Yep, Hot Air Balloon Punch. That's what people are using to create those big, gorgeous magnolia flowers, using the punch out for the back to give it more pop, and then the petals that come in the magnolia petal dies. So very fun. I like this too. Happy birthday from all of us, because sometimes you want to send a card and have a bunch of people sign it. So that was nice. And then this is kind of just one of those good work cards, like if you're still working outside the home or whatever, it's cute. You don't have to be crazy here. We'll train you. I thought that was pretty funny. World's best coworker. Of course, you got that big steaming cup of coffee. Welcome to the team. Congratulations on your promotion. It's been great working with you. You'll be missed. So that's kind of like a retirement card. So there's lots of possibilities with Welcome to the Team stamp set. I thought that was kind of a unique one, and we haven't seen anything like that before. Yes, Lisa's saying she loves how they're using items for more than one purpose. I completely agree with you, Lisa. Thanks for pointing that out. And actually, that's why it's really good to kind of go over the product with other people, because they will notice things that you don't notice. So that's why we're doing this together. All right. Oh my gosh, the Bird Ballad Suite. Can I just share with you? I do have one thing, one actual product sitting on my desk to share with you today. That's not the catalog. This, you guys, it's the Bird Ballad Laser Cut Cards and Tin. Oh my gosh. Okay, so first of all, it's a beautiful, well-made, gorgeous tin. I think I'd buy this just for the tin. The tin is gorgeous. And when you open it up, look at this, you guys. Nice, thick vanilla paper. Look And then it has this just exquisite laser die cut. So let me show it to you. I'll put it against this background so you can see it. Just exquisite. I've seen where people have kind of gone in and cut little patterns out so that you can have little pieces cut out of it. But this is the answer to my prayers, because you know that laser cut paper that's been in the back of the catalog, for like 2 years now, and they've brought it back again this year? I can't use it. I fiddle and wreck it. I barely get, I've just given up. I don't even buy it anymore because I cannot, my fingers, my hands just cannot work with it. So I was so excited to see this because it's nice and sturdy and it's already on a card. All I have to do is take a piece of cardstock, layer it in, and look at there. I have gorgeousness. I'm so excited about that. So that's truly one of my favorite things about this whole product suite. So that's actually the only product I brought in today to show you because it was like the thing that I'm most excited about in this whole product suite. So the Bird Ballad product suite is beautiful. Again, here's one of those cards that uses the Bird Ballad laser cut die cards. Just gorgeous. I made chickadees out of these cards, and so I've got a future Facebook Live coming up that shows you what these cards look like and how to color them. It's a lot of fun. One thing that Stampin' Up! Did is when they created this designer series paper, they made it so that it was all colored with Stampin' blends. So when we want to color these images, all we have to do is refer to the designer series paper, grab the appropriate colored Stampin' blends and color away, and just use the designer series paper as inspiration. I just thought that was brilliant. And of course we need to go a little fast because I think we're what time is it? I feel like, oh my gosh, you guys, I've talked so long, way past how long I wanted to talk, so my apologies. I'll try to hurry. We are going to finish this, but I thought this was another really good idea where you could sit down with the Darling Label punch box, make up a whole bunch of like circles and label punches, and then you can either layer them onto cards or onto tags. I thought that was a super cute idea, so I had to point that out. Here's a gorgeous box created with that Peacock designer series paper, and then a cutout with the thank you die, and then of course they just created a little box from it. I thought that was beautiful and wanted to point that out to you. The Dinosaur Suite. Oh my goodness, you guys, if you've got kids or grandkids that like dinosaurs, this is a have to get product suite. That even has something, it even has like a cutout egg where you can do a hinged egg with a dinosaur. Well, you know, come celebration time, Stampin' Up's probably going to have something cute for Easter, and then we'll be able to use this egg cutout for Easter. It's going to be great. I can't wait. I just know this has got so many possibilities, and I can't wait to see what other people do with it. All right, so again, I have to go a little fast. I thought all these little animal cards were just so gorgeous. I mean, look at the way they did this, layering with the nested labels dies. Just amazing. All right, we're gonna go a little faster. Sorry, you guys, I didn't mean to take so long. These papers are gorgeous. This is the new Floral or Perennial Essence Designer Series paper. For those of you getting my paper shares, and if you're interested in getting my paper shares, visit my blog at www.stampingtoshare.com. You can still get in on it. I have them offered through the end of June. And these papers are so beautiful. It's like what they said, you almost just want to frame them. They're so gorgeous. And then of course this ribbon already sold out. The beautiful organdy striped ribbon isn't even available for us to order. I think it's back ordered through like the 3rd week or something. So I'm sorry about that, but I didn't even put that on my ribbon share because I knew we wouldn't be able to get it. So we will continue on. Here is some more techniques. Here's the Eclipse Technique, and they talk about how to do it. And here they're using washi paper to make kind of a ground for all of their flowers. Let's see. Oh, and of course I love this page. I haven't gotten any of these. Well, I have the Tea Together stamp set, but these are on my wish list because I love anything vintage, and I love these samples. Just love it. And then I thought this was a cute idea. So on page 115, you can actually partially die cut your leaf die, and then you can pop it up with your bone folder and get something that sort of looks 3D. So that'll be a fun card to case. That would be something fun to do, or just a different way of using your dies. Let's see. Oh, and this Mosaic Mood. I have to say I'm not super crazy about the stamp set, but I love, love, love the paper. So I'm going to be making cards with that paper, and I'll probably just use different sentiments, but I've seen some amazing things done with that paper. So anxious to share that with you. Here's another popular bundle that a few people ordered this morning called Band Together. It's not yet on my wish list, but I'm sure it will be after I see a few samples made with it. I thought this was about the most beautiful card I've ever seen with the painted glass stamp set and dies. So that's something I want to recreate. Let's see. Well, I'm going to have to just go a little faster. This is on my list because I love the dies that go with this whole set. You just have to go to the page where it shows the dies because they don't actually show the dies on this page in order to save a little room for us. But that is an amazing die set. And here they're using the polka dots on this bag. That's the little cherry tomatoes. I thought that was pretty clever. I would have never thought of that. Okay, let's see. Oh, Debbie, you are so funny. Debbie said she could easily watch for another hour, and then she just says, oh, wait, I'm working. Oh, you guys that take time off from work to watch me do a Facebook Live. I think that's so funny. I just hope you don't get into trouble. I don't want anyone getting fired over this. All right, here's some no-line watercoloring. So I've always had the best of intentions to try this, but haven't done it yet. Maybe I'll case this card. I also love how they cut the die cut down. In fact, they cut the die cut way down in order to use it like this, but I think it's a beautiful way to use that die cut. That's the Stitch Labels die. All right, another one that I love this. Well, and I just love this paper. See this paper? I love this paper. I like bright and I like vintage, so I'm kind of on both sides of the fence, but I love this because you know those little pigments that you sprinkle on and then you mist it with water and all of that? Well, this paper has it all done for you. So if you don't like messing with pigments, here you go. Here's your paper. So pretty excited about that. And I'm super excited about this stamp set and the dies that go with it, because if you're on page 135 and look at these cards and this 3D idea, they are just exquisite. I cannot wait to get it. And I love the font, so I'm really excited about that too. And I love this image from Silhouette Scenes. Reminds me of my daughter and her husband. Just so cute. So I want to make a card for them. Their first anniversary will be coming up in August. So I've got plenty of time to do that because that stamp set is on its way to my house. All right. Again, so here is a sample where they show you how to use the pigments to create this background. Or if you don't want to fuss with making a real pigmented background, go ahead and use Designer Series paper. So they've got the Perennial Essence Designer Series paper, creating kind of the same look, except more muted. So I don't know. I think you can get the looks, whether you want to fuss around with it or just grab some Designer Series paper. Stampin' Up! Has you covered. Okay, here is kind of a cool stamp set called Seaside Notions. I think that's going to look great with the Seaside Textures stamp set. Is it Seaside Textures? Oh no, now I can't remember. But it's the one with the octopus. I can see that they used the die from that past bundle. The fishing net die back here, which is pretty cool. So, looks pretty neat. I'm excited to try to recreate some of these samples. I don't have this yet, but this is like a future wish list. And then they show you over here how to do the mirror stamping. Oh, and To a Wild Rose, one of the most beautiful stamp sets I think I've ever seen from Stampin' Up. It was created as an honor to Mary Ellen Byler. In fact, it's her wedding day today, so she is getting married today, and she was a $1 million sales demonstrator, and this is the stamp set that she and Stampin' Up! Created together, so I love it. And I have that, and I hope to recreate some of these pretty cards that they've made with it. All right, so I think, oh, and finally, Come Sail Away. totally popular, totally awesome. And again, I am making cards on Thursday that will feature this product suite. So excited to share that with you. 10 a.m. Thursday the 6th. So you can find me then on my Stamping to Share Facebook page to do that. Of course, you know I love a good man, so I already have made cards with that. I haven't got them posted on my blog yet, but I will soon. I've just been a little busy with product shares and the new catalog today, so haven't quite got to everything. But let me quickly, oh, here's that stamp set, Sea of Texture. That's the one I was trying to think of. It has a cool net and it has a cool die that kind of, you know, coordinates with that. And then, of course, they always put sequins with it, so that's something I want to try down the road. I have this. I've just not used it. One of those good intentions where I haven't quite got to it yet. All right, we're going to really skip ahead here because I want to share a couple of things back here. So one thing Stampin' Up! Did, I have had customers who, when they place their Mary Merlot, they try to follow it across and they end up ordering early espresso or something like that. Well, now all of these lines going across are color coordinated to the actual color. So I think we will make less mistakes when placing our paper and ink orders. So I'm excited about that. So we'll now be able to order the correct color just by following the color across. I love that. Great improvement. Bravo, Stampin' Up! And another thing they did is, well, they show the designer series paper really big in the catalog, but then they also have a nice strip of it here to give you another idea of what it looks like as you go back here to order it. I love that. And of course, you know, a lot of this is all of our accessories. Here's the washi tape. So we have two different kinds of washi tape to choose from. They've got some embellishment kits, a tags and more accessory kit, and a follow your art embellishment kit. This is on my wish list. I didn't quite get it ordered yet, but I want to. It's got some really cute felt pieces that I'd like to play with. Of course, I was focused mostly on shares today, so I got all my ribbon shares ordered, all the paper shares ordered. Unfortunately, there were a few things that were back ordered. I can't even remember now what they were. Oh, the scalloped lace trim is back ordered. Of course, this is not available or back ordered. I don't know. I feel like there was something else too. So that was kind of a bummer seeing that. Then, of course, I got all these embellishments and then loads and loads of paper. Lots of people ordering paper shares. So very happy about that. I ordered all of the new coloring tools because look, every time you see a little N, that means new. And I'm so into Stampin' Blends lately. I just decided I needed every color. And so I went ahead and ordered all the new ones. So I just completed my collection right off the bat. And then I don't have to worry about what I have or what I don't have. And I think that comes down to it. I think that's all I was really going to share. Oh, except back here in the die areas, they've got much bigger pictures than they have had in years past and more samples. So if you keep your eyes peeled, you can always find more ideas for how to use things kind of tucked away in these accessory pages back here. Lots of dies. And then also bigger pictures of our folders. So we've got some 3D folders, and then we've got our regular folders. So the 3D folders are in kind of, I don't know, like a terracotta tile color, and then we've got some purple posy regular style folders. And then the kits, some really great kits. I ordered every single kit today. So I got this one with all the felt pieces along with the stamp set that goes with it. I love Stampin' Up's product kits. So I got this one, and I got this new one, which is an all-inclusive kit, so I can take it with me when I go to the cabin or to the camper or to the farm. So it makes 15 cards, includes a stamp set. And I already have had these two kits, so I've used those, but I really liked it. And then back here, we have our host stamp set. So if your order is over $150, you can select a host stamp set as one of your freebies that you can use Stampin' Rewards towards. So they're much discounted. So this would normally be a $16 value. But if you get it with your Stampin' Rewards, you only pay $9.50, which is quite a good deal. And then, so here's another couple pages of stamps exclusive to people who are ordering over $150 or have a party. And then back here, I would say if you have a pretty long wish list, you better talk to me and see about joining Stampin' Up. It would be great to have you on my team. So everybody's saying, oh, everybody loves it. They love it. They want to get everything. I totally agree. I want everything too. We've got someone joining from rainy Scotland. Well, hello, rainy Scotland. It's rainy Minnesota here. We just got a thunderstorm go through while I was doing this Facebook Live walkthrough. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. I will do a drawing. So for commenting or for sharing, your name will go in the drawing. And on Tuesday, I'll do that and send out some paper perks to a couple of you. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you being here. We'll have a great day, and I'll see you on Thursday when we do another Facebook Live. This time I'll be stamping. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.